Hi, this is Chuck Bear with the Alaskan Pioneer Program. Today we're answering some questions from kids around the country. And today we got a question from Aiden in Washington. He's age 7. And he was asking me about hinges. What do I do about hinges on the door of the house? Well, the simple answer is that I brought some hinges. I also brought the door. So you can make some yourself. In this case, it certainly isn't worth the time and the effort to try to make something like that when I can just bring my own. I'm not completely, I didn't just get dropped off on an island. I brought plenty of materials and food. So I don't know if that's allowable. People have asked what's allowed. Well, frankly, anything's allowed that I choose to allow. It's not a game show. I'm just doing this project on my own. So I did bring some hinges. Some people like Dick Prenicky have done this before, and he actually made his own hinges. But that's really challenging and impressive. But I'll leave that to him, and I'm not going to try to do that. I will be making some other pieces of kit that I'm going to need that either were never delivered or I've lost or broken or just new needs that come up. So I'm sure I'll get creative as time goes by. Either make do or do without. So I'll have plenty of time, hopefully, to make do and come up with some creative solutions. So that's a good question. Let's see. He also asked about if Wilson, the dog, likes the land, the island, and I think he does. He seems real or she seems really happy. You can hear behind me the goat bleeding. He's very noisy sometimes, but he seems to be enjoying himself as well. Wilson gets a lot of attention. She's the only person. She and the goat are the only people here. So I talk to them all day long, and we spend time and hang out and have a good time. So I think she's happy. She hasn't had any complaints so far, and she seems to really be taking to the environment. So that's really nice. Let's see. Aiden also asked if I've killed anything for food. Yes, I've actually caught about 16 fish. I was very encouraged the other day when I started catching fish. I didn't know if I could or not, but this is Prince William Sound. It's Alaska, and the fishing, of course, is amazing. So plenty of fish there. There's also mussels, and those are like little clams that stick on the side of rocks. So you just go pick them up and boil them up, and that's really good and very, very easy to get. It's a good source of protein and meat. Really, on my diet, I'm focusing on 3 food groups, slightly modified from the standard food pyramid. But the 3 things I'm focusing on are protein, and that's something you get like in meat or maybe certain beans, lentils, and that helps you build muscle and it helps give you energy. And then carbohydrates, and that'd be like beans, breads, that sort of thing. I brought a lot of wheat, so I'll probably make a lot of breads. Fortunately, those kind of materials, and rice, of course, those are very inexpensive and they last a long time in a bucket. So I brought a whole lot of those. Not very much protein though. And then the last one is fat. So I brought. I have some lard or Crisco. I've also got. Some of the animals here, like salmon, are high in fat. So really, I'm just trying to balance those 3 things so I don't get sick. I do have some vitamins to make sure I don't get, things like scurvy or rickets and that sort of thing. But primarily, I'm concerned about being able to maintain a healthy diet so that I can be able to think clearly. Often people in survival situations, which I would not consider this, but people in survival situations eat a very poor diet, and then they can make some very poor decisions. So I need to make sure I continue to eat a healthy diet, drink a lot of water, and just standard stuff. But it's a little bit more of a challenge here than in some other places. Today I actually found a salmon, probably a 10-pound salmon, that an eagle probably pulled out of the water and dropped on some rocks, and he eaten half of that, but it was very fresh, and I ate about 5 pounds of that. It was absolutely delicious, and then I used some in some for some bait. I definitely wouldn't recommend eating food that you find like that normally, but this actually looked fresher than the foods I've seen in the stores. So my standards of what is edible and good or clean versus clean enough have been shifting slightly, but I feel fantastic, and so far I've had absolutely no illness. I feel great, no real problems at all, so I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and hope for the best. Good questions. Thanks a lot.